Like, you judging a fact that a person will go in a relationship over and over again, that's their business.
I don't judge.
It don't affect you.
But let's be
Why are
realistic.
you worried about what they doing?
Let's be realistic about the matter.
Are they
right?
on crack?
Let's be realistic about the matter, right? These same people, y'all don't keep it to yourselves. Y'all gonna call one of your friends. You gonna vent
And
about
a
how
friend,
niggas ain't shit.
Repeat that. A friend. A friend. And a friend should never judge you.
What? I beg that pardon. Your friend
said
should
they're gonna
judge
call
you.
a friend.
All right, see, I can't even drink my bed.
Your friend should never judge you. What are you talking about? That's not your friend if they're judging you.
Yes, they should judge
I would
you.
never judge my friends.
I
for what
will
they
all the
do.
way judge my friends.
I would
I
never
mean,
judge
it's
my
one
bugging the
thing
fuck
to
out.
share your opinion, but to
Nope,
put
I don't
judgment
judge.
on your friend for the choices they're making, I don't think that's
In order for you to be a judge, you gotta have a clean. You gotta be clean,
God,
and nobody's clean. Everybody got sins. Everybody done did some shit. And what bothers me is that the person in the group, because I'm the person in the group, okay, motherfucker. I told you, Crystal could tell you. I tell anything I do. I don't hide nothing because I'm true to myself. Now, if I get judged because I'm true to myself, and motherfuckers gonna be sneaking and not tell nobody what they're doing, I'll be that.
So listen, before we get started, I just want to say, man, we need to get rid of all the fucking podcast equipment. I was trying to chill today, man, but then I seen this dumbass shit, and it's like, oh, man, I got to make a video around it. So I'm going to try and be very precise and concise, get straight to the point. Women absolutely do not like to be judged. Now, I pulled up what it means to judge somebody. I Googled it. So, to judge someone means to form an opinion or decision about them, often after careful consideration. So that type of judgment or judging, everybody does. And that's what I typically look at it as. So when I hear people say, I don't judge, I often think you're full of shit. That's me personally. I've held that belief for quite a while. But this right here is what they actually mean. So we're going to stick to this right here. It can also mean to express a negative assessment of someone or their behavior. We don't got to go over the example. So that is what we will be talking about today. And we will be talking about that with friends. Let's just make this real simple. Let's play back the first part of that clip.
Like, you judging a fact that a person will go in a relationship over and over again, that's their business.
I don't judge.
It don't affect you.
But let's be
Why are
realistic.
you worried about what they doing?
Let's be realistic about the matter.
Are they
right?
on crack?
Let's be realistic about the matter, right? These same people, y'all don't keep it to yourselves. Y'all gonna call one of your friends. You gonna vent
And
about
a
how
friend,
niggas ain't shit.
Repeat that. A friend. A friend. And a friend should never judge you.
And that is where I call bullshit as far as a friend should never judge you. So let's go over what she said and I'll break it down step by step. So the first part is somebody is going into a relationship over and over again. We're going to assume, because there's a lack of context, we're going to assume that this is a relationship where, because the guy said niggas ain't shit and all that stuff, we got to assume this is a relationship where she is getting played or she is getting done dirty, one of those things. So let's start there. A woman is going, and she is in a relationship going back and back and back to a guy that just isn't shit, a guy that just won't do right. And she says, why is this your business? Now, if this is a woman that you don't know and you have nothing to do with, and she's not telling you, and somebody else is telling you, yeah, it's not your business. It's not your business. You could tell your friend your negative opinion, which is not her, the person that's going through this shit, whoever is relaying this shit to you, and you could say that's a judgment or whatever. But again, what women are worried about is a negative opinion about them being expressed to them or even being expressed to somebody and getting back to them. That's what they're really worried about. If they don't know, they can't care. So let's just get that out the way. So the first part is somewhat right. Let's go to the second part, which is where the realness comes in. He says, let's be real. Let's be realistic. You are going to tell your friend, and then you are going to go on a niggas ain't shit rant, and that's what you expect to happen. You expect to just be in an echo chamber like, yeah, he's wrong, even though you keep making the same bad decision. So now it is your business. Now it is because this woman is coming to you talking about a negative situation that she keeps going back to. So before we go to the next step, let's go over how those conversations go very quickly, because a lot of you've had a female come to you and vent about her relationship problems. The truth is, a chick will vent to a trash can if a trash can has ears. So it's not hard for me to believe that most of you have had a woman vent to you about relationship problems that you didn't give a fuck about. But when they begin to vent, they begin to say what's going on, what's wrong. They're never at fault. The guy is at fault. He's doing something wrong, and it's something that is clearly wrong. I've told stories about stuff that chicks have told me on here and stuff like that. You've heard some of the same stories over and over if you're a really avid listener. But listen, they will tell you all of this stuff. And what are you going to do? You're going to listen. You're going to soak it in. You may even validate her opinions and stuff like that because you're only getting one side of the story. And of course, he's being painted in the worst fucking light possible. And hey, he probably really is a piece of shit. So at some point through all this venting, you both recognize and both agree that this guy is a piece of shit and he is not going to get better. So eventually, what do? And this could be after 7 venting sessions. This could be after 1. Shit, you say, yo, you need to get away from him. And guess what? In this situation the picture that is painted, she does get away from him. She does get away from him. What happens after that is that she goes back. She goes back. But remember the picture that the girl painted. She doesn't go back 1 time. She doesn't go back 2 times. She keeps going back. She keeps going back. But she keeps complaining. And guess what? She keeps complaining about what she went back to. And that goes back to the whole judging thing that she mentioned at the start. If it's not your business, then who are you to judge? Who are you to go to a person you don't know and express your negative opinion about them? But when it is your business, when she makes it your business, when she's pouring all of this on your shoulders, into your ears and all that stuff, clearly she's invested in giving you this information, and you're invested as far as you giving your time and your energy and your ear and just consoling her or whatever you've been doing, right? So, of course, you're going to give her information on what she should do because guess what? Judging is bad, right? Judging is bad unless we judging a motherfucker who is doing you wrong that you decided to commit to. That's when judging is okay. So we could judge him negatively. We could judge him negatively. So for people who are really against judgment, it's very convenient that we could get together and judge somebody else. But now that we've laid all that out, we get to the third part. Which is when she says, who did you say you call? A friend, and a friend should never judge you. You have to really understand how much women hate accountability, how much they hate being judged, all of that. If you were talking to a chick, and you could even be a woman listening to this, and this could be your friend calling you and talking about this guy. The guy has been treating her bad. You have been telling her to leave. She has left. She has went back. But when she goes back, she begins to complain about him again. You tell her that she should leave. She leaves again, but then she goes back. And even between those times and even now, she is having trouble leaving and she always goes back, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let's go over some of the possible negative judgments you could give this woman. You could say you were stupid. You could say you're never going to leave him. You could say that you were addicted to toxicity. You could say he has you acting dumb. You could say the reason that you're staying with him is because you have low self-esteem and you don't love yourself. Now, I could keep going. You know I could keep going. Let me say it again. You know I could keep going. You know I could actually get worse. But listen, the reason that you say those things to that person is not to belittle them, berate them, make them feel bad, or no shit like that. There are two reasons that you say it. Number one, you are frustrated at, pretty much what they are doing because you were on the outside looking in, and it's like, how can you not see that you were fucked up, that you were making a bad decision? But this is the other thing. A person who cares is going to hold you accountable. A person who cares is going to try and do whatever it takes. They're going to try and give you whatever information you need to help you get on the right track, whatever motivation they can give you to help you get right. If somebody didn't care, they wouldn't be invested enough to give you a negative judgment in that situation. But see, this is the thing. Even when women are putting themselves in situations that make them feel bad, they want their friends and the people around them to make them feel good about the bad decisions that they're making and stuff like that. See, the thing is, most men are not like that. And we don't even reserve any of that when these types of conversations are not going to happen amongst men because it's just simple, man. If you got a friend and he does something stupid, especially with a girl, like, oh man, you paid this chick's bills, bruh. Bruh, I told you, she got a train ran on her by the football team. Why did you pay her bills? Did you hit? You didn't hit. Why are you doing that stupid shit? So we are going to automatically, it's not even a question. We're going to judge. We're going to hold accountable. We are going to do whatever to let you know you did some dumb shit. Because we know that'll help you not do dumb shit in the future. But let me be honest with you. Let me be real with you. That is the type of person I personally am. I'm going to hold you accountable, et cetera, et cetera. I expect people to hold me accountable when I do dumb shit. It just is what it is. And I had a female friend, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I can't tell you exactly why I lost that female friend, but I know that around the time I lost her, I was giving her a heavy dose of accountability to try and prevent her from doing something that was extremely detrimental to her and her life. I don't think she appreciated that, and we were done after that. Like within a couple months, it was over. We were done. And I'm talking years down the drain. Now, this is the other thing, and this is where I'm going to end it. It's very funny, this whole situation, because you heard how I broke it down. If you flip it, and it is a guy, and it could be, a guy venting to his girlfriend about his job or whatever situation, anything emotional that he has going on. It could be that, or it could be a guy venting to a female friend. It could be one of those two things. What do women do when men are venting about their problems? Well, some, for a limited time, they will soak it in. They will be supportive. That's rare. Some will just be flat out disinterested. And they will, just be kind of dismissive about it. They will kind of act like they're not paying attention. And you know what it is. Especially if it's your girl, you know what it is. You gotta always seem like you got everything under control, because then they start to look at you as weak, and then they start to lose that attraction and stuff like that, et cetera, et cetera. You know what it is. But they will act disinterested, some of them. But regardless, what it is with both of them, with any of those initial reactions, what do they get to doing? What do they get to doing at some point? They are going to begin to get fed up, and they are going to begin to talk about solutions while you're venting. They're not even going to let you finish the vent because they don't want to hear it. Now, with that, they might not judge you and just come out and say, something as far as you're making a dumb decision, or you're not manning up, or they may or may not do that. But the thing is, you can feel it, because again, women, they're more covert and things like that. So you can feel it. You can sense it through everything that you are being judged. You know as a man that you are being judged. So it's funny that not only just when we are venting, because that's like just one of the biggest places that we can be judged, and it can be the most detrimental to any type of relationship you have with a woman, any type of relationship. But not just that. We get judged by women throughout the whole courting process and just in general, whether they express it or not. Judgments are being made all the time when you are dealing with women. And the thing is, we have to put our best foot forward to make the best impression, work against that, have all types of game and all types of shit. We got to accept that shit. But even when it comes to women making clearly bad decisions in their relationships, they still can't even take a little bit of judgment in that area. It is so crazy. You just have to understand that women don't like to be judged. They just want to feel that they just want everything to just be fluffy. They just want to be validated in their opinions and their actions. Everything should be everybody else's fault. Just soothe the victim. Just soothe the victim. That's it. That's it for today, man. Let me know your thoughts. I'm out.